All right, happy 4th of July. It's actually Easter, but ever since I got over my phobia of loud social environments as well as my eating disorder, I like to think of every good day as the 4th of July, and because I'm free of all that, I was just wishing everybody a happy 4th of July. And one person I spoke to actually thought I meant because of the good weather. We've had a little bit of a late winter storm a couple weeks, these past couple of weeks. So he said, "Oh yeah, good weather," and it gave me a nice warm fuzzy feeling. It is kind of like 4th of July weather now, especially in comparison with what happened last week. I'm gonna do some fortune telling because I hope to move back to Phoenix. I really do. Over there, I got acceptance for who I was. I had some close friends there. A lot of people in Seattle have long established friends. It's very hard to join in. Phoenix is more liquid, right? People are in and out, in and out. And so it's very easy to make connections over there. I've been in Seattle for 7 years. I find it very difficult to break into a circle of friends. That was one of my New Year's resolutions for this year. It's a lot easier to make connections when things are fluid, right? I think most people can relate to that. Okay, gonna do some fortune telling because hopefully this summer I'll seriously consider moving to Phoenix. It's gonna depend on how the opportunities there turn out, right? 3, which is a very lucky number for me because I am solo sexual, and 3 of hearts. And a lot of times I don't get included in various events, right? So 3 is kind of like somebody who's in a couple but accepts me for being solo sexual, right? So 3 is a very lucky number for me. 2 is alright. 7, I'll let you think about that. 8, in Chinese, the number 8 sounds like the word for to make a fortune, right? So maybe I'll move to Phoenix and make a fortune there, right? 7, Jack, Queen, 10. So a lot of lucky numbers. We haven't drawn a 4 yet. Death! How many cards was that before you drew a death? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it was early on, but that's alright. That's alright. Maybe I'll move to Phoenix and spend the rest of my life there, live and die there, right? King. So I'm gonna die and then gain my power, right? Maybe that means I'll be famous after I die, right? After I die, people will remember me for the #1 backgammon AI in the world, or they'll remember me for speaking up about singles, right? Maybe I'll be the Rosa Parks of singles, right? 5 is kind of an unlucky number for me. When I was a kid, I had a bad habit of procrastinating, right? And I had a hard time waking up in the morning. My mom would say, "Come on, let's get going. You gotta get ready for school." And I would ask for 5 more minutes, and I would put 5 fingers up. In Chinese, 5 is pronounced "ooh." It's really fun to say, right? So I would put 5 fingers up and go "ooh." And my brother was 2 years old at the time, and that was one of the first words he ever learned to say. But he had a bad understanding of what it meant. He thought it meant to procrastinate. So every time mom would tell us to do something, he would say "woo," and not even know what he was saying. Like eventually he would get to be doing what he needed to do, and he would still say "woo," and so it was one of the first words that he learned to say. Although this past year, we as a society have had to say "woo" to all sorts of activities because of the COVID-19 and now the conflict in Eastern Europe, right? I've been wanting to go to Gdansk Bay, Poland. So this is the 3rd year in a row that I've had to say "ooh," except it's more like 5 years now, right? Come on, let's go to Gdansk. Ooh, 5 years, right?
It's more just like steady.
6 is kind of unlucky for me these days because of the social distancing, 6 feet, right? So when I first learned about social distancing and it was 6 feet, I thought it was kind of ironic because if you didn't stay 6 feet apart from people, you could go 6 feet under it. Well, not really. I mean, you'd have to have a pretty bad immune system if you're eating all sorts of junk food and you go out with your friends to go to McDonald's and you cough on each other. Yeah, sure, maybe, right? But 6 has become synonymous with isolation. For me, but in a good way as well, right? I got to practice my phobia of loud environments last year, and I've been getting over that. Although I got to say, earlier today when I went to a church service and the music was too loud for me to handle, I had to go closer to the door. And I went closer to the door and I sat down and I realized that the seat I was given was 44. Yeah, death, right? But I left the church alive. Maybe it's my resurrection. And I'll do better in Phoenix, right? 2 king. Well, that's a lot of kings that we drew. 1 for Single Lives Matter, right? Queen, Jack, social distancing. Maybe social distancing is a joke from now on, right? Queen, Single Lives Matter. Ooh! Right, we gotta procrastinate again, right? Maybe I moved to Phoenix and I won't be able to move back because there's been another form of lockdown. Maybe the price of gas will be too expensive for me to come back. That's fine with me. And we'll be able to work remotely. I kind of liked it when gas prices hit all-time record highs, right? I think in some places the first digit of the gas price was social distancing. I really liked it because we might have to go back to working remotely, and I really thrived in that kind of environment. A lot of times I go to the workplace, people are very judgmental, especially when they learn that I can't eat the same foods that they can eat. I didn't have to deal with that when it was remote work, right? Make a fortune. Oh, yeah, like procrastinate, but then make a fortune right after that, right? 9. Not sure what 9. Death! Okay, so that's only 2 deaths that we drew out of all these cards here. King, social distancing again. Oh, again, a joke. That's nice. Death! Right. Alright. Anyway, I hope to go back to Phoenix. I found the sunlight over there to be very therapeutical. I don't want another wave of COVID. I do want gas prices to go up though, because it will encourage more people to work remotely. It might be more popular at that point, or it could encourage more people to take public transportation, and getting to have connections there is good too. Thanks for watching.